In my experience, high school is not nearly as important as it's made out to be. And let me clear this up before I get called out for it. I don't mean from an educational standpoint. I mean more from a social standpoint. I went to high school in Mississippi, and to say the very least, it was agonizing. And I mean that from every aspect. Socially, academically, all of it. However, once I got out of high school and started trying to build what I call my so-called adult life, I realized that the social structure in high school was really tribal at best. And what I mean is that while in high school, there were cliques and groups everywhere, and rarely did those groups really cross over into each other. Jocks stayed with jocks, the cheerleaders stayed with cheerleaders, the band kids stayed with the band kids, your outcast kids, the emo, the goths, whatever it's called these days, they all stayed together. Now, when I was in my early adulthood, I realized that I was still attracted to building relationships with the same types of people that I was friends with in high school. And I also learned that because high school is no longer a thing, I was kind of free to move about as I pleased. I could talk to different groups of people without being judged for it. And I began to make friends with people who would have never spoken to me in school. This changed kind of how I viewed being an adult drastically, because I had gone through high school as one of the outcasts. So it was very different once I got into the real world. Now, this made me think that what went on in school, at least as far as the social build was concerned, was all for defense. It was to be accepted, to be a part of something, to feel important. And that is very important to everyone, no matter what the age. In high school, though, that thought process is amplified. Everyone is worried about acceptance. The fear of failure is what seems to be the greatest in your teenage years. But let me tell you something, it's way worse as an adult. You fail in high school, you get an F. You fail in adulthood, you lose your home, you lose your life, you lose your kids, your job, you can lose everything. High school is not nearly as extravagant as we make it out to be. So for those of you out there who believe that all of these things that happen in high school are going to have this huge impact on your life, and that it's everything in life, in my experience, these are just more stepping stones to learning how to be an adult. Take that as you will, but remember to use it to move forward. Everybody's trying to achieve the same thing. That is success. Success is different for everyone. High school is just the first step to finding out what success is to you. So don't let it define you entirely. Learn from it, use it as something to move forward as an adult. And also, learn to not judge people so harshly based on what you learned in high school. I do appreciate you guys watching. I appreciate you guys listening. This is a new series I'm trying out. Maybe everybody will like it. Maybe they won't. I got a few ideas for it, but I appreciate it very much. You guys take it easy. It's been Azazel.